Airports, the only place where you need to walk 20 minutes, take a train, and solve a puzzle just to find the bathroom. Ever feel like they were designed by a chaotic evil architect? You're not wrong. Welcome to why airports are designed to confuse you. Yes, it's real. Think about it. Endless corridors, flashing lights, the constant threat of someone announcing your flight is delayed in a language you don't understand. It's enough to make you want to stay home and talk to your plants. But before you swear off travel forever, join me as we delve into the madness. We're going deep into the belly of the airport beast to expose why these places seem designed to make you miss your flight and buy overpriced water. Let's talk about the layout, shall we? Airports are essentially giant air-conditioned labyrinths designed to make you feel like a rat in a very expensive maze. Except instead of cheese at the end, there's just another Cinnabon and a $12 bottle of water. You walk for what feels like miles, past endless rows of uncomfortable chairs with someone else's crumbs on them. You navigate moving walkways, dodge airport carts piled with luggage, and try not to trip over rogue suitcase wheels, and for what? To end up at another gate that looks suspiciously like the one you just left. This, my friends, is not an accident. Airports are designed with retail psychology in mind. The longer you wander around feeling lost, the more likely you are to spend money on things you don't need. And those moving walkways, they lull you into a false sense of security, only to spit you out in front of a Hudson News where you're now obligated to spend $20 on a magazine and stale gummy bears. It's a vicious cycle. The airport gods are laughing at us, and their laughter sounds suspiciously like a cash register. Now, let's talk about the signs. You know, those beacons of hope that are supposed to guide you through the airport wilderness? Yeah, well, more like beacons of bewilderment. Airport signage is a cryptic code designed by someone who enjoys watching travelers descend into panicked confusion. Arrows point in every direction at once. Departure times flicker and change like a slot machine. You find yourself squinting at a sign that says gates B1, B12, B14, B20, B22, B24, B26, B28, C1, C50 this way, and you start to question your sanity. Did they just skip B13 for good luck? And why are the C gates suddenly involved? And then there are the pictograms. You've stood there staring at a symbol that looks like a stick figure wrestling a suitcase, wondering if it means baggage claim or alien abduction zone. It's like they designed these signs to be intentionally vague, forcing you to rely on equally lost strangers. Speaking of gates, let's talk about the mythical creatures that are gate numbers. You'd think they'd be simple, right? A logical progression of letters and numbers. But no, that would be far too easy. Instead, airport gates operate in a realm where the laws of physics and common sense don't apply. Gates can be miles apart, separated by moving walkways, customs checkpoints, and duty-free shops hawking oversized Toblerone bars. You'll be happily settled at gate A17, only to hear, "Attention passengers, your flight has been moved to gate F99, F99. You're pretty sure it's in a different time zone, possibly guarded by a sphinx who speaks only in riddles about lost luggage. And of course, this gate change always happens right after you've bought an overpriced coffee. Coincidence? I think not. Let's talk about time, or rather the complete lack thereof, within the confines of an airport. Time in an airport is a swirling vortex of delays, missed connections, and clocks that never match your phone. You walk in as a responsible traveler with a carefully planned itinerary. You've factored in time for security, bathroom breaks, and maybe even a quick browse through the bookstore. But the airport has plans for you. First, your flight gets delayed by an hour due to unforeseen circumstances. Then you're stuck in a security line for 45 minutes behind someone who packed in their carry-on. By the time you make it to your gate, you've aged a year, missed your connecting flight, and developed a newfound appreciation for existential dread. And those departure boards? They exist purely to mess with your sanity. You'll be staring at one and it says, "Your flight is on time." Then you look away for a second, and when you look back, boom, it's delayed by 3 hours. No explanation, just chaos. But hey, on the bright side, you've got a $9 bottle of water and a vague sense of impending doom to keep you company. Airport security, that necessary evil that always seems to bring out the worst in humanity. Look, I get it, safety is important. But do they have to make it feel like a dystopian obstacle course? First, there's the queue, a test of patience, crammed next to strangers. Then there's the undressing, shoes off, belts off, liquids in a tiny plastic baggie. And of course, there's always that one person who holds up the line because they forgot to take their laptop out or argue about toothpaste size. It's enough to make you want to renounce all material possessions. Airports, where dignity goes to die. Just when you think you've cracked the airport code, the dreaded gate change strikes. You've been checking the departure board, only to hear an announcement that your flight is now departing from a gate in the Bermuda Triangle. You scramble to find a screen, realizing you have 3 minutes to get to a gate on the opposite side of the airport. No moving walkway or shuttle in sight. You sprint like a frantic gazelle, dodging suitcases and tourists. It's all part of the airport's grand plan to keep you guessing. Welcome to the game. Welcome. So, there you have it. Airports are designed to be confusing, and it's all part of a grand plan to keep you disoriented and spending money. When you're lost, you're more likely to make impulse purchases. You'll buy that overpriced water, that questionable sandwich, that souvenir shot glass, and yet we keep coming back. Maybe it's the allure of adventure or the promise of escape. Or maybe we've just accepted the chaos as a necessary evil. Whatever the reason, airports aren't changing anytime soon. So next time you're lost in the labyrinth, take a deep breath and embrace the madness. You're not alone. So next time you feel lost in Terminal 3, just remember, it's not you, it's the airport. Airports are a microcosm of life, full of twists, turns, and delays. The key to surviving: expect the unexpected, embrace the chaos, and always pack snacks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to find gate Z99, or was it B42? Honestly, I'm not even sure I remember what city I'm in. Ever gotten lost in an airport? Tell us your worst maze story below. # airport design, chaos, # terminal maze, # they planned this.